English snacks.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Snacks, the podcast where we bring you short, tasty bites of the English language. I'm Michael, here as always with Kendra. Kendra, how's your week been?
Honestly, a bit of a week. Good things, weird things. One moment where I genuinely did not know what was happening.
Oh, I need to hear this.
Okay, so I was reading something online, a comment someone had written, and there were 3 words in it. 3 normal, common English words, and I could not work out how to say them out loud. Like, I knew what they meant, but the pronunciation just wouldn't come.
Let me guess. Did these words by any chance all contain the letters OUGH?
Michael, how did you know that?
Because that is today's episode, and because that exact thing has happened to literally everyone who has ever tried to read English.
Okay, so you planned this.
I planned nothing. The English language planned it. It's been setting this trap for hundreds of years.
Right, okay. So before we get into it, last week we talked about how to say no politely in English. Did anyone try the phrases? Drop a comment and let us know, even if it went a little awkward. Especially if it went a little awkward, honestly.
Especially then. Okay. Today's topic, and this might be one of the most genuinely confusing things about English spelling, is the letter combination OUGH. The letters O, U, G, and H together in one word.
And the reason this is confusing is...
Because those 4 letters make 6 completely different sounds depending on the word. 6. Not 2, not 3, 6 different pronunciations. Same letters every time.
And the first time I fully realized this, I just sat with it for a moment. Like, why? Who decided this?
Nobody decided it, really. That's almost the sadder answer. It just happened over centuries, and we're going to explain exactly why in a bit. But first, let's just go through the words, because I think hearing them is the best way to feel the madness of it before we explain it.
Okay, yes, let's do it. Hit me.
All right. Word 1, cough.
Cough, like when you're sick.
Exactly. That OUGH makes an off sound. Cough, like coffee without the E. Now, word 2, thought.
Thought, past tense of think.
Right. And in thought, the OUGH makes an aw sound. Thought, like raw or saw. Same 4 letters, completely different sound.
Okay, I'm already uncomfortable and we're only 2 words in.
It gets more interesting. Word 3, though.
Though, like I was tired, though I kept going.
Yes, exactly. And in though, the OUGH makes an O sound. Though, like go or no. Rhymes with so.
So we've had off, aw, and o from the same 4 letters.
We're not done. Word 4, through.
Through, like I walked through the door.
And in through, the OU makes an oo sound. Through. Rhymes with blue, or true, or new.
Which, side note, new is also a spelling disaster, but we'll leave that for another episode.
Yes, we're saving that one. Word 5, tough.
Tough, like something difficult or a tough person.
And in tough, the OUGH makes an uff sound. Tough, like stuff or enough. Rhymes with rough.
And rough is the same sound, isn't it? R-O-U-G-H.
Exactly. Same OUGH, same uff sound. Good catch. And the 6th one, which I think surprises people the most, is thorough.
Thorough, like she did a thorough check of the documents.
And in thorough, the OUGH at the end makes a soft sound, almost like you're swallowing it. Thorough. It rhymes with burrow or burrow. The OUGH is almost silent, just a little breath at the end.
So to recap, same 4 letters, O-U-G-H, and they give us off in cough, aw in thought, o in though, oo in through, uff in tough, and in thorough.
6 sounds, 4 letters, 1 spelling. Total chaos.
Beautiful, beautiful chaos.
Yes. Okay, so why? Why is English like this? Because this is the did you know moment. Did you know that English spelling is this inconsistent because of a three-way collision between three completely different languages?
Okay, I want to hear this.
So, a very quick, very simplified history lesson. Old English, the English spoken over 1,000 years ago, had its own spelling rules. Then, in 1066, the Normans invaded England from France, and suddenly French became the language of power, of the royal court, of literature, of government, and French spelling got layered on top of Old English words.
So, English spelling is basically two languages fighting over the same words?
And then Latin got involved too, because scholars at the time were writing in Latin and adding Latin influences into English writing. So you've got Old English sounds, French spelling conventions, and Latin influences all mixed together. And nobody cleaned it up.
Nobody ever sat down and said, right, let's sort this out.
Well, one person tried. A man named Noah Webster in America in the 1800s simplified a lot of American English spelling, which is why Americans write color without the U and favor without the U. But OUGH? Nobody touched OUGH.
OUGH survived everything.
OUGH is invincible. And the reason the same four letters sound so different in different words is because those words came from different source languages at different times. Cough came from a different root than though, which came from a different root than through. The letters stayed. The original sounds from three different languages stayed underneath them.
That is genuinely one of the most interesting explanations for something that drives people crazy. Like, it's not random, it's just history.
Exactly. It's not chaos, it's archaeology. Every weird spelling is a layer of history.
Okay, I want to go through the vocabulary properly now because each of these words is super useful, and I think learners know the spelling but aren't totally sure about the meaning or how to use them naturally.
Let's do it. Start with cough.
Cough, verb and noun. As a verb, to cough. You do it when you're sick or when something irritates your throat. She coughed all night and couldn't sleep. As a noun, a cough. I've had this cough for a week. And there's a great phrasal verb, to cough something up, which means to produce something reluctantly, usually money or information. He finally coughed up the rent he owed.
Oh, I love that one. Cough it up. Okay, though.
Though is a connector. It introduces a contrast like but or however, but softer and more conversational. I was really tired, though I kept going. And here's the thing a lot of learners don't know. You can put though at the end of a sentence. It wasn't perfect. It was a good meal, though. That end of sentence, though, is very natural in spoken English, and it softens a statement, adds a little balance.
Native speakers do this constantly. It wasn't cheap, though. It was worth it, though. Very casual, very real.
And the grammar notes. Though works like although, but although always comes at the beginning or middle of a sentence. You can't put although at the end. Though is the flexible one.
Great distinction. Okay, through.
Through shows movement from one side to the other, physical or figurative. Physical, she walked through the door. The light came through the window. Figurative, we got through a really difficult year. I'm going through something at the moment. That going through something means experiencing something difficult or challenging, very common in everyday English.
Pronunciation reminder. Through rhymes with blue, true, new, new. Say it with us. Through.
Through.
Good. Now, tough.
Tough is an adjective, difficult, hard, or strong. That was a tough week. She's a tough person. Nothing breaks her. And there's a great informal expression, tough luck, which means bad luck said with a little bit of that's just how it is energy. You missed the deadline? Tough luck. Careful with tone on that one. It can sound cold depending on the situation.
Pronunciation. Tough rhymes with stuff, enough, rough, bluff.
And then thought.
Thought, past tense of think. I thought you were coming. She thought it was a good idea. Also, a noun, a thought. What are your thoughts on this? That's an interesting thought. And there's a beautiful expression, lost in thought, which means so deep in thinking that you're not really aware of what's around you. He was staring out the window, completely lost in thought.
That lost in thought is such a vivid expression. It feels exactly like what it describes.
English does that sometimes, gives you a phrase that perfectly captures a feeling.
Okay, pronunciation drill time. Listeners, say these with us. Pause us if you need to. Say each one slowly, then in a sentence.
Slowly, cough.
Cough.
In a sentence, I have a terrible cough this week.
Slowly, though.
Though.
Sentence, I was nervous, though I tried not to show it.
Slowly, through.
Through.
Sentence, we drove through the city at midnight.
Slowly, tough.
Tough.
Sentence, learning pronunciation is tough, but it's worth it.
Slowly, thought.
Thought.
Sentence, I thought about it all day and still couldn't decide.
And the bonus one, slowly, thorough.
Thorough.
Sentence, the doctor did a thorough examination and said everything was fine.
Now all 6 together, a little faster. Cough, though, through, tough, thought, thorough.
Cough, though, through, tough, thought, thorough.
And if you just said all 6 out loud and they sounded different from each other, congratulations, you just did something that trips up English learners for years.
Genuinely, that is a win.
Quick recap of today. The letters OUGH appear in many common English words, and they make 6 different sounds. Cough, off, thought, aw, though, oh, through, ooh, tough, thorough, The reason? English spelling is a collision of Old English, French, and Latin, 3 languages layered on top of each other over 1,000 years. Nobody ever cleaned up OUGH.
The big lesson, English spelling doesn't always follow rules, but it does follow history. And once you understand that, the weird stuff starts to make a strange kind of sense.
Your challenge this week, in the comments, write 1 sentence using at least 2 OUGH words. For example, even though it was tough, I got through it. Can you do 3? We are going to read every single one.
And if today made English feel a little less random and a little more fascinating, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who has ever looked at an English word and thought, what is happening here?
Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, every confusing spelling in English is just history in disguise. Take care, everyone.
Bye for now. See you in the next episode.